Hi, I'm Jill, and I live here in Dennis. I've been on the Cape since about 2009, but full-time in about the last 6 years. I've retired, thankfully, I think. I like to be active. I used to have a big dog that I had to walk a lot, so I got a lot of exercise that way, but he sadly passed away a couple of years ago, and I decided not to get another one, at least for a little while. And so this is a really nice place for me to come and get some exercise in and meet folks and have a good time. I live very close to here. I could probably walk here in about 15 minutes, so that's convenient and that's always good. And I think I saw something in the paper or something that you're opening a gym here, and I'd been looking for one, but I hate going to the places that, there are 100 people at and a million machines, and it's like, oh, that's not for me. And I said, oh, this is perfect. Partly location, but partly because it was small, and only 3 or 4 people are in here at a time, and so I've been doing this a couple times a week since it opened. Well, we do need to sign up for a slot because it's a smaller space, but that's why I like it. And over the time that I've been coming, there's a group that comes before me from 9 to 10, and a group that comes from 10 to 11, and one that shows up at 11. And in the crossing of the guard, so to speak, you ask people about how they are and how they're doing, and and they don't show up, you kind of go, where are they? Where were you on last Tuesday? So you have a kind of built-in buddy system that gives you a little grief if you're not showing up to the gym. I usually start on the bike just to get warmed up, but my old favorite is right here, the elliptical machine. I try to get on that for about like 20-25 minutes because it seems to work everything without having to kind of put a lot of stress on my knees. It's not like running on a treadmill or something, so I like this machine a lot. Well, I did have thyroid surgery about a year ago, and I had to come back easy, so I'd come and do 10 minutes on this or 10 minutes on that and work myself back up because I couldn't exercise for about maybe 2 months. So, you find your own kind of schedule with it and your own kind of how much I'm going to put into it today. Some days I can go like crazy on a machine, and some days it's like, oh, I think that's enough for today. But I came, and so I always feel good that I came and tried to do something. It opened up, the grand opening about a year or so ago, I guess that was. It was like I was amazed how much stuff was here. The library that's upstairs. I sometimes go through the little thrift store to say, oh, is there anything interesting in here? And a couple talks that have been here I've come to. So yeah, it's very nice. Sometimes if there's nobody in here, I'll just stretch in here because I'm going to be. But no, that's good. And I keep saying to myself, oh, I should go over and use those kind of big round balls that you get to kind of lay on and do different kinds of exercises. And I said, oh, I should look on YouTube and find a video to teach myself how to do that. But it's nice for the people that are using the weights because they can look in the mirrors and kind of look at their form when they're doing the weights. And so it's a nice setup. And most of the people that come here will migrate between the 2 rooms while they're here. Yeah. I know some people like machines that they can do like leg pushes on with weights or thigh pushes on with weights, So I think I've heard people say they want that, so yeah. When you start, there's an orientation, so you know what's in here, and there's a person that comes from the VNA, a physical therapist, and she'll go through each of the machines and say, this is what you can use this machine for, this is how you can use this machine. She'll, bring you through there's a little program on it that you program in. So for instance, on this machine that I use, I can use it to monitor my heart if I want to try and get my heart rate up and down, and the machine will tell me, you got to pedal faster, you got to pedal faster. Or if I want to use it to feel like I'm going up and down and running on hills, I can pick a program that has hills on it. So she went through all the machines with the folks that were doing the orientation to kind of say, this is how you could get started on these machines. So that was very helpful that she did that.